Hi Shirley, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. I've been talking to Jim in the last day here, and he mentioned that you had some questions about what the inside of one of these semis looked like. So I thought tonight I've got Jack's truck here. Just brought it home on Thursday. We've been doing some test drives over the weekend, and it hasn't been detailed yet. So there's a little bit of fuzz on the new seat covers and things like that, but I thought I would show you what the inside is like. So I'm sitting in the back. I've got the truck running right now. It's below zero right now, so I wanted to give myself a little bit of heat here. But what you're looking at is the width of the bed from here to here. Down on my left-hand side is where the fridge is. I'll show you that. And of course the seats are to the front. I'll grab the camera here and I'll give you a 360 tour of what it's like inside of one of these trucks. Now this is a Volvo 780. This is a 2009. This is the same year as one truck that Jim was asking about, so everything is pretty well identical. The color scheme, I believe, my memory serves, is the same, and I'll show you what it's like. So I've got my back to the front windshield now, and there is the passenger side bench, and it's got a number of vents back here. There's a separate heater and air conditioning system in the back, and that's what those vents are for. These windows do have screens and they open up. It's dark outside right now. As well, behind this cushion there's a storage spot down in there. A little cubby. They've made use of every single little spot, and of course there's speakers for the really nice stereo system on the back wall. There's another light there I forgot to turn on. Some cup holders on the table. And we're now looking at the driver's side. So there's the fridge, and it's pretty big. There's a freezer on the top, and a fair amount of space in the bottom and in the door. These are both drawers above the fridge. Now, in this cubby, you can put either your microwave or your TV. What it has under this movable top, there's a strap for strapping down whatever you're going to put in there. And then what happens is this top goes on top of whatever you're putting in there, whether it's the microwave or the TV, and then you got a little bit more shelf space above it. Looking up higher towards the roof of the sleeper, you've got a big storage bin in there. And staying in the back, this is the upper bed. The upper bed is the same dimension as the lower one. That cover comes off, and there's a window up there that opens up as well. They've got lots of cubbies across the top, and it's the same on this side behind the passenger. Covered up there. That one again, microwave or whatever you want to use. This one is a clothes closet, so it's got a bar across in there for hanging up your clothes. And Jim, you were asking about a spot for the porta potty. Down here on the floor is another cupboard. Now I would say that's about 13 inches high, just looking at the height of it, but that's where a lot of people will put their porta potty. Or they will put it just on the floor underneath that table. Jim, there's one of the shore power plug-ins. There's also shore power plug-ins where the microwave and the TVs are. Now this lower bench makes into a bed. I'm just going to flip these cushions up. And there's a handle under here that I pull forward. Oh, I got to use my other hand. I don't have quite the leverage. And it folds down. And the cushions, if you look, they're about 5.5 inches thick. So it actually makes into a pretty decent bed. take the backs, and that's how it makes into a bed. Now looking around to the front, Jim, these are some seats that I had recovered. These are actually a really good quality seat. Excuse the fuzz that's on them right now. I've had towels over top of them to make sure that no dust got on them when they were in the shop. Excuse me. But I've had them color matched to the fabric on the doors and to the back. So they really do look like they fit really nicely. So I had these done for about $400 a seat, and they rebuilt the foam in here, and the quality of the material is rated by rubs. And the standard vehicle that you would buy these days has a fabric that's designed for 80,000 rubs in its lifestyle before it wears through. This material is 120,000. It's a very good quality. Now, just like a motorhome, there's lots of privacy curtains here. I've pulled this one out a little bit already. It pulls around all the way around to the front of the window to close it in. So push it out on the dash. And there's another one on the driver's side. As well, there's a privacy curtain here right behind the driver's seat. So we slide that across the top. And what's really nice about this, I'll get back up a little bit, is it completely blocks out all the light back here. It's designed to let somebody sleep while it's the middle of the day. So you can use either of those privacy curtains. I'll just show you the dash a little bit. And again, I've got the truck idling right now. Usually you wouldn't be doing this at all, but just because it's so chilly. We've got cup holders, more cup holders. There's even cup holders down in the door. I don't know if you can see it down in there. Right down in there, there's cup holders and mat pockets. Lots of little spots for storing things. This is where the CB radio goes, and there's your little hook for putting the microphone. Tons of reading lights on and off, and visors. I'll also point out it does have a sunroof, and it's got a little suction cup thing for blocking out the light. And also above the passenger seat, there's another cubby up there. So lots of storage. I'll point out as well, the back half of the sleeper here is carpeted. The front half is vinyl, but you know what? It's actually a soft floor. It's got about a ½ an inch of cushion on there. So as well, underneath the carpet, it's very soft on your feet. It's really like a little motorhome. I'll explain a little bit about this control in the back here. Lots of power outlets, but we can also control the fan speed and its heat separately in the back. So this is independent from the heater controls there on the dash. So if you're in the back and somebody's driving up front and you're sitting in the back relaxing and you want it a little bit cooler, you can control that. And to get up to the upper bed, there's a ladder. You pull off this Velcro, and the ladder folds down so that you can get up to the top bed. So I hope that's been helpful. This is identical to the truck that Greg Decker has. And they're all, this is how I get them usually. I'm very picky about finding ones that are exceptionally clean. This one really just needs a little bit of detailing and vacuuming before it gets delivered to Jack in a couple of weeks. I hope you found some value in this video, and if you have any more questions, let me know, or if I can take more pictures, just let me know. I'm happy to.